Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. My name is Andrea with Foodimentary Adventures in Food. Our channel is all about the food. We do taste tests, grocery hauls, recipes, and What's for Dinner. And we are kicking off another week of What's for Dinner with these smokies. These hardwood smoked smokies. We really like these things a lot. So as you know, I am working on my pantry and freezer, trying to use up the food that we have in there. So in our freezer, we had 4 hot dog buns, and so I wanted to use those. So we used those with this pack of smokies. 8 smokies came in here, and so we just, took half of the smokies out, and Howard grilled these for us, and they're really good. So if you like the little smokies, like the little cocktail smokies that people use for pigs in a blanket, these taste exactly like that, of course, except they're bigger. So we're having that, and then we had a couple of bags of chips that we needed to use out of the pantry. So Howard is having on the border zesty ranch, and then I am having these jalapeno kettle chips. These are from Grand List, so we needed to use those up. And then in the pantry, I forgot I actually had these Kool-Aid jammers, so I stuck them in the fridge, and so we are having these as well. So anyway, this is what we are having for dinner tonight, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, it is very, very loud in here, but it is my birthday, and we are at a place called Grimaldi's, which is a wood-fired pizza place. And so here is the giant pizza that we got. And it has pepperoni, Italian sausage, and meatballs. And it is huge. It's a big 20-inch pizza. 18. Oh, it's an 18-inch pizza. Here is the crust and all the cheese. And here is a slice on my plate. So this is what's for dinner tonight. Hey guys, so let me show you what I am having for dinner tonight. This is going to be kind of a rant because I'm a little irritated. If you all have been watching our channel for a while, you know how much I love this place called Taco Casa. Let me show you what it looks like. It's a local taco restaurant around here, and I like it way, 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 way better than Taco Bell. And every time I go to Taco Casa, I always get their nachos. Now, I will say I have not been there, I don't think since I've been pregnant. It's been a while because the idea of eating nachos just didn't appeal to me, but today I had a craving for nachos. So normally when I get the nachos, I just get the chips and the cheese. Now normally the cheese, and let me show you, comes in a separate container like this, but you can order the nachos and get it spread out is what they call it. So you can order the nachos and get the cheese already on the chips instead of as a dip. So I normally get the plain nachos. The plain means no jalapenos, and then I add ground beef to it because it doesn't come with ground beef. So I went today to order my usual, and the guy said that they no longer will do spread outs through the drive-thru. You have to dine in to get your nachos spread out, which makes no sense to me. So I had just a thing full. So actually, let me tell you. So what you see the nachos in right now is the top of the box. And so this is the bottom of the box. And so in the bottom of the box, all they had was the plain old chips. They had this stuck in there. It had a top on it, of course. And then the meat was separate. And so I couldn't eat my nachos like that because all the cheese would get stuck in the grooves. So then I had to take the chips out, dump them in the lid, add the cheese, and add the meat. I know that may not seem like a big deal to some of you guys, but that's really irritating. I don't understand why they would not, just add the meat and the cheese to the chips through the drive-thru. They won't do it anymore. Anyway, sorry guys. This is what I'm having for dinner tonight. Hey guys, so for dinner tonight, we are using up some pot stickers that we had in the freezer. And they are Ling Ling chicken and vegetable pot stickers. I'm pretty sure I got these from Costco. So we're having these, And then in our pantry, we had this bag of ready rice, jasmine rice. Now, normally, I make my own rice, but I like to have this on hand just in case I don't want to make rice. So we're having that. Actually, Howard made this rice. He made our dinner tonight, actually. And we are having some fried cabbage. You guys know how much I like fried cabbage. He didn't make the fried cabbage. But here's my plate. This is the pot stickers right here, and the jasmine rice and the cabbage. And so this is what we are having for dinner tonight, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, today I am going to share with you one of my favorite childhood recipes. When I was growing up, both of my parents worked, but my mom loved to cook, and she was always experimenting with different recipes. So this is a recipe, one of my favorite childhood recipes from the 80s. It is called Mexican stuffed shells, and I'm gonna show you how to make it today. So let me show you the ingredients first. I have about 1.3 pounds of ground beef, and as you can see, I've already cooked it up for you. Next, you are going to need some jumbo shells, and this is a 12-ounce box, but you're only going to need about 12 shells. The original recipe calls for an 8-ounce brick of cheese, but we love cheese around here, so I use 2 bricks of Monterey Jack cheese, and you're going to shred these up. You're also going to need 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, and you're going to need a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. You're also going to need a full jar of salsa, and this is a 1-pound jar of salsa. And then you're going to need some Durkee French fried onions. The original recipe calls for a 2.8-ounce can, and as you can see, I have this big value size, so I just measured out 2.8 ounces. So right now I have the pasta boiling. As soon as the pasta is cooked, I'm going to show you how to mix up the filling and then add everything to the pasta shells. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. So in this pot, the same pot that I boiled the pasta, cleaned it out a little bit, threw the cooked ground beef in there, and then I also threw the diced can of green chilies in here, and also half of the cheese. So Howard grated up the 2 8-ounce blocks of cheese that we had. Half of it went in here as well. And then what we did was combine the tomato sauce and the salsa, mixed it up. Some of that mixture went into this baking dish. This is an 11 and a half by 8-inch baking dish. So some of it went in there, and then some of it went in here. And so I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and I will make sure to link the directions in this recipe in the description box, so you'll have the exact measurements for everything. I also wanted to add that I ended up cooking 2 additional shells. So there are actually 14 shells in here. And also I forgot to mention, in this meat mixture is half of the Durkee French fried onions. So there you go. So let me show you how I stuff the shells. Hey guys, so I've already started stuffing shells. As you can see, I've got 1 row completed, and all I am doing is just taking the shells. I choose to use my fingers because it's easier that way. If you don't like to get your fingers dirty, use a spoon, but I just dig in just like that and start stuffing the shells. So, and I tend to overstuff. So I'm just gonna finish filling up or stuffing all the shells, and then after that I'm going to top it with the rest of that tomato sauce salsa mixture, the rest of this yummy shredded Monterey Jack cheese, and the French fried onions. So once I get it all assembled and ready to go into the oven, I'll show you what it looks like. By the way, I forgot to mention, I am preheating the oven right now to 350 degrees, and the pan size that I am using is an 11 and a half by 8-inch pan. Okay, so here it is in the pan. I finished stuffing all of the shells, and then as you can see, I topped it with the remaining sauce, the Monterey Jack cheese, and the Durkee French fried onions. I did have a lot of the meat mixture left, which I always do. So sometimes I make this in a bigger pan. I make it in the 13 by 9 inch pan, and then I just double the amount of pasta shells. But this time I made it in, a smaller pan. Like I said, I only made 14 shells. So what I'm gonna do with the rest of this mixture is put it in the freezer. And so I have some shells left in the box, and so I'll have a jump start next time I make this meal. But there's quite a bit left, enough definitely for another small pan the same size of the dish. So I am getting ready to cover this up with foil, and I'm going to bake it in my oven again at 350 degrees. So here it is, hot out of the oven. You can probably still hear it sizzling a little bit, a little bubbling. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm gonna let this cool for about 5 minutes, and then I will plate it up and show you what we're having for dinner. So here is our dinner all plated up. Doesn't it look good? Can't wait to eat. And I just made some frozen corn to go with it. I just seasoned it with a little salt, pepper, and butter. And then we are having Texas toast. And this is what we're using, the Pepperidge Farm mozzarella and Monterey Jack. It goes with the Monterey Jack that is all over those yummy shells. So this is what we're having for dinner tonight, and we'll see you guys next time.